Now, like you rightly said, power is the engine room of every economy. There's no way you can rule out power. If there is power, it drives every other sector of the economy. If there is power, people can use it to transform themselves, and they can also use it, to achieve some of those things they have in mind. They can use power to generate so many other things, that could sustain the nation, that could also sustain the citizens. But unfortunately, Nigerians are not looking at this direction. They listen to vague statements. They are carried away by sweet political talks. They just listen to people giving them wrong data, wrong analysis, and they flow with that. That is a problem. Now, let's look at these candidates, for example. Look at Abubakar Atiku. He deputized Obasanjo for 2 consecutive terms. Him and Obasanjo spent so much money into the energy sector. What did Nigerians get from it? Zero. This same Atiku was the one who was in charge of privatization. He privatized the NEPA power, the NEPA, this thing you made mention of. But from his privatization, what did Nigerians get from it in terms of energy and in terms of every other indices that drive the sustainability of a flourishing economy or a prosperous people? None. Now let us take Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the other hand. When he was a Lagos state governor, a lot of people are saying he transformed Lagos. But even after he left Lagos, Lagos couldn't boast of a stable, power. If you come here in the US, for example, if you go to like New Jersey, you will see where nearly all the street lights are being powered by solar. If you go to Midwestern America, like if you go to a place like Iowa and some other Midwestern states, you will see how those state governors there use the resources of the state to generate electricity from dams. These are dams that they built by themselves. The dams were not built by the federal government of the United States. It was built by state government. Now, I understand that power in Nigeria is more like exclusive responsibility of the federal government, but part of the responsibility of a state government is to ensure that his people or her people and the state have everything they need to survive. So if the federal government fails in its role, so it then behooves the people to ask, where is the revenue that the state governor is getting from the federal government? Now, what about the internally generated revenue? What are they doing with all these things? So Bola Ahmed Tinubu generated all this fund in his time. What did he do with it? Lagos State cannot boast of a stable power. It cannot boast of ultra-modern road system where people can drive, that a road that link nearly every part of Lagos. It's a lie. Now let us take Peter Obi on the other hand. A lot of people I think, I don't know why Nigerians are overblowing him, because as soon as he signified that he wants to run for the office of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I took time to study him and study his activities when he was a governor of Anambra State. I called most of my friends that are still there. I called people from Onitsha. Most of my friends that we went to school together, a lot of them a lot of them were from the Igbo descent of Nigeria. I spoke to so many of them. None of them could show me one tangible, source of energy that this man generated for the state. Apart from vague statement that, oh, he built this hospital, he built that road. In the United States, it doesn't take much to build roads. Most of our roads here, they take them off, nearly every season. Now that winter is coming, if you go to 695 here, you will see that they already take off all the road. So in Nigeria, we have bitumen, we have all these things. It seems like road construction is a major thing. These are basic things that a state governor can do with the resources that they're aiming. But Peter Obi cannot boast of all of this. One question I was asking my friend that was arguing with me the other day, I asked him, Peter Obi was a state governor for 8 years. Yes, we understand that, he argued every day that he is financially prudent. He took the money of Anambra State, he invested it, he put it here, he put it there. He saved this, he saved that. The question I asked him, how has his financial prudence lead to the economic prosperity of the people? None of them, were able to answer me. Because if you have to look at some of the indicators or some of the indices that you can use to determine, good governance, part of them is the prosperity of the people. If you're financially prudent and you manage the state resources well, if that management does not reflect in the lives of the people, it is a waste. You get what I'm saying? And now, these candidates that seems to be the most popular, among the Nigerian people, they all failed in their previous responsibility. They tested power, but they couldn't use that power to transform the lives of the people for good. So why are Nigerians talking about these people, for God's sake? Amazingly, none of them, again, as we move towards 2023, none of these candidates have been able to give us a systematic approach or what I would call a step-by-step approach of how they will solve these debilitating problems that the people are facing, except lip services, except sweet political talks. It is always easy to say, oh, I will do this, I will do that. That is good if you did not have previous record. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Record is just like, for example, here in the United States, as a police officer, if I go to the court, or maybe if I am trying to, let's assume I go to the court and I am trying to prosecute someone for any criminal offense, part of what the court will use to uphold my whatever claim I have against the criminal person is my proven track record. They will look at your background. They will look at the things you have done. Then they will corroborate them with what you are saying today. Can we find the link?
You see,
if there is no link, you will see where defense attorneys will start puncturing your arguments. Yes, you say you're going to do this, but you were police officer yesterday. You prosecuted this case yesterday. This was what you did. How does that corroborate with what you're saying to me? If they can't find that corroboration, it's zero.